after we completed our hike, we drove about half an hour down to the Indian Head Resort. This resort is named for a popular hike and overlook that is located in the area, but we were not going to be hiking. We needed to take it easy for a couple days. I picked this resort because it has a very nostalgic feel, that old roadside resort. And they had an area with little cabins that were pretty affordable for the night. And most importantly, they had hot showers and a fireplace. So we were ready to relax.
Dirty dancing.
It was neat. I was going for that tiny cottage experience on this trip.
Got it.
Got a little porch facing, looks like a dry creek, but it's pretty cute. I could live in this too.
Didn't even get inside yet.
Okay, well, just saying.
Make entry.
Oh, this is an old doorknob too.
Cleaning
Smells like
products.
Lysol.
Yeah, that's good.
I love how you can find these little vacation cottages scattered throughout New England.
Alright. It'll do.
As long as it's got a shower, that's my main objective.
It's got a shower.
It's got a shower.
It's sold.
Okay.
So don't let the weight of the world slow you down. And if you search for the meaning of life, it won't be found. So take your insecurities and leave them all behind. Let's learn to make the most of our time.
We wasted no time getting settled in our cottage, showered, and then put our swimsuits on and headed across the street to the main resort. We were going outside to the pool area, which had a hot tub. And this was the other major reason that I booked this resort, was because I knew after 3 days of backpacking, we were really going to look forward to being able to soak in a hot tub for a little while. What? I'm pushing the button. Sometimes it's difficult to capture the reality of our experience when we are traveling. I was like, it didn't work. There we go. Mainly because we try hard not to film other people around us. And as you can hear, the pool area was very busy. There was a wedding the following day, and lots of families were staying at the resort for the wedding. So even though it looks like we had the hot tub all to ourselves, surrounded by beautiful mountains and clouds, it was really about 2 minutes that we were by ourselves, and then it was us and like 12 kids in the hot tub. So we got to film just a tiny bit to share the experience with you, but keep in mind what you see in our videos or in social media is very often not an accurate representation of what the full experience was like. But with that said, we still really enjoyed being in the hot tub and talking to some of the other guests and seeing what people were up to in the area. A little while later, it started to rain, which did clear everybody out of the pool area. So we got to enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet there. But we were getting pretty hungry, so we headed back to the cottage to get ready for dinner. We're gonna walk over to dinner in the rain, because it's not that far. It's right across the street. Ready? These are the cottages that are across the street from the main resort area. There are quite a few of them, all identical with the same layout. The fireplace in the front, the little screen porch, living room area. They are quite cute. We walked across the street and enjoyed this beautiful backdrop of the mountains behind the main resort area. And we felt so fortunate with the weather because we had very good weather when we were on our backpacking trip. This would probably not have been as much fun to hike in. And now we were ready for a different part of the trip. Now, if you've been watching our channel for a while, we usually do kind of budget travel. We camp a lot. We usually stay in more affordable places. But on most trips, we try to do one night where we have a fancier dinner or we stay at a nicer hotel room. And tonight was going to be what we called our fancy night. We were going to have a nice dinner, and you really could not beat the views for our table. When you're traveling, there are certain things that you plan ahead, like where you're staying or maybe a hike that we're going to do. And then there are other things that we don't plan. And these are actually my favorite things when we travel. The little experiences that just kind of fall together by accident. When we got seated, we noticed that half the dining room was cleared out and there were a group of what looked like high school kids with instruments, and they were getting warmed up. We didn't really know what was going on, but we found out later that they were on a school trip. They are a band from a charter high school, and they do this every year. They come up to this area and they play, and we just happened to be there at the exact time that they were going to be doing their concert. It's a little chilly this morning. It has stopped raining and the sun just started to come out. But the best thing is this propane fireplace. So nice. It's actually the only heat in here, so it's hooked up to the thermostat. We're trying to dry all the swim stuff. And I'm making coffee over here. I'm still using our pour over because it just makes better coffee than the coffee they give you here. But when I have a coffee maker, especially this one's great, it's a 4-cup coffee maker, so I just use the hot water from that to make coffee. And then I'm going to make oatmeal with an apple, and I'll throw some granola and walnuts in there, so it's a little bit heartier. Kind of tastes better than just the regular oatmeal by itself. But it looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's still chilly, but pretty nice. Sun's out. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. And we're getting ready to head to New York. I feel like if you took these little cabins and just plopped one onto a piece of property somewhere, we would move right in. Especially this one. Little tiny screen porch, you could probably make that a little bit bigger. You've got the fireplace, which was wonderful when it was raining last night. We love the little arch here with the round door. So cute. And it's probably pretty good square footage compared to what we have right now, but we cleared out pretty quick. Checkout's 11, and the car is getting to that point of chaos in the trip. I was saying that this is when I start to miss the Scamp, because at least with the Scamp, it gets messy really quickly, but I have places to put everything. Our clothes have their little overhead bins, our kitchen stuff is in the kitchen, where right now our backpacks and everything are just sort of piled and thrown in, because now we are going to do, I think it's about a 4-hour drive down to Woodstock, New York. So what I did was, the drive from New Hampshire to home is a little over 8 hours, so I kind of split it into 2 days so that we wouldn't go crazy being in the car for too long. So okay, we're gonna go check out and then start heading down to Woodstock. I was so sad as we got ready to leave New Hampshire. At least we got to enjoy some more of the beautiful mountain views as we headed south toward upstate New York. And I know that I want to come back here as soon as possible, and hopefully next time with more time, more days for us to explore and get a better idea of all the wonderful things that the White Mountains have to offer. Make sure that you are subscribed so you can come along with us for the last leg of our honeymoon road trip. So we headed to upstate New York and we were going to explore the famous town of Woodstock. Thanks so much for being here, and we will see you in the next one.
Well, you worried about you and me, the injustice, the next president to be, the news and what you hear, your career. It's time for you to face those fears, and it's all fair to be aware, and I'll be there, so don't be scared. Just take a deep breath of air, and 1, 2, 3 to 10, you begin to focus again, and though time flies, we have enough to realize this bigger than the both of us.